first of all, I wanted to thank you for the extraordinary job that you do and how you've really started a new era of skating. It's beautiful what your skaters and your coaching team have done, and it's improved our sport worldwide. So a great thank you from the viewers and from myself for all the great work that you've done. And I just want to ask you just a couple questions about the sport. Before young skaters, especially young junior ladies, never did quads before. I don't even know if anybody ever thought about that. Was there a particular moment that you thought, hey, you know what? I think these girls can do that?
Maybe, during the practice, especially in the junior, girls usually better than boys. It jumps better, stronger. So that's the point. If junior girls can jump better than junior boys, then why do we still developing boys in a senior trying to do the quads, and why do we stop developing girls? Should we just try to continue do the same thing? And for me, girls do better here.
Yeah, I would agree. And I wanted to know, so when you started to teach the young girls the quads, were you ever worried about injury? Because I've noticed that with all your young ladies doing these quads, I haven't seen them injured. You must be doing something extremely well. Well, they might be, but...
Yeah, I still afraid. Each jump, I'm really cautious about getting injured, really. And during the competition and every jump. Yeah. Because we do get injuries, unfortunately.
Do you limit the number of attempts
jumps?
In...
Yes. And then I see the, legs getting tired, not pushing so much. Then I'm like, okay, that's enough.
And do they want to keep going?
Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
So we get really upset if it's not on the good point. We stopped.
Well, it's remarkable what has happened, and who knows where this will go. But congratulations for all your young ladies, plus your coaching staff. Such a super job. I want to switch themes here to programs, because one of the things I noticed that you have done such a wonderful job in keeping the kids, the young ladies, develop their own style, and you've picked music that seem to resonate with them, and while they're trying to grow up, how do you go through that process in the springtime?
Maybe that's the favorite part of the coaching here, because I kind of trying to see each person special way. How do they look? What they feel? How do we feel the music? How we can move? So for me, making the program, it's like draw the painting or writing a book, telling a story, or let's pretend you're standing in a museum, you see the picture, and you just want to think, what if this Juliet gonna come out of the picture and start moving and then just come back in the same position. So that's what I'm trying to do. Or maybe sometimes you hear the music and it's really pulls some thoughts from you. So that's what I want the audience to feel. Maybe each person gonna just pull the story from the self, from the life or something, and that's what I want the audience to feel involved in the program.
And how many do you do the choreography yourself, or is it a group work? Or
me and Dania, we work together. So sometimes I find the music, he makes the story, or just I make the story, he finds the music, or just it's all mutual.
Yeah, and when each one of your young ladies are different personalities for sure, so it's finding the right music for each.
So that's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
And each skater, they have their own, it's like a light switch, something that turns on and they get it, right? Is it different for each one of your skaters, the type of music that you would approach?
Yes, we talk about the music, we talk about the program or the story that we want to make. Let's pretend Angel fall from the star to the earth, goes through our life somehow, and then goes back, and that's what I see. And Alena Kostarnaya, I see her as an angel.
I use that word quite often with her. She's angelic.
Yes, so I want audience to understand the story, what's going on here.
Yeah, it's just such beautiful work. Some skaters mature faster than others, and this is a very difficult. It's amazing what you have done with these young ladies, but they will grow and they will change. Is there? Do you have sort of an idea or a plan or a thought process for moving these very talented young ladies as they grow and mature? It's probably the most difficult part of it.
It is. We don't know what's going to be tomorrow, so just step by step, day by day, what we can do today to not have any regrets about not doing something that we could do. That's all.
Now, you're a great coach, but you're also a mom of a skater. So I want to ask you a question.
You just have to be, because they spend so much time with us. They come to the skating rink at 10 o'clock in the morning and they leave at 10 p.m. So then they go home and they fall asleep. They get up and here again with us. So
you guide them in life as well as
trying to.
But your daughter skates. She competes in the Junior Grand Prix, and I didn't know that until I read. What do you feel when you watch your daughter skate?
I didn't watch.
You didn't watch? I thought to myself, I wonder if she's watching this broadcast.
No, I tried last year, but it was so bad. I was so shaking inside. It was during the Olympic, and tomorrow was supposed to be free program, and she did the free program somewhere in the competition, and I watched it live, and I was so nervous, and I was telling myself, come on, you should think about tomorrow, not here.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't want to. I just, at the end of competition, I'm like, oh, okay, good.
Is it different for you? Of course, you have emotions as well, watching your young skaters. How would you describe the emotion of watching your daughter skate versus watching your students?
I would say still the same. I always see the mistakes, what I want to do better, and what would I do different. So it's kind of, argument at home, because I'm telling my daughter, I think you should sit longer, you should push. And she's like, oh, stop, you are my mom, I have a coach.
And then you have to be quiet, right?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, but I am a coach, not mine coach.
Yeah. Now, what type of sort of suggestions would you give to parents? What do you need from parents to help you help their daughter or son?
It's like the parents at home. Whenever you disagree with me, do not show it in front of a kid. We'll talk later, not in front of a kid. Just push the same story here, and then you can tell me later that you disagree and you want something different. That's the same here. Do not show your kid in front of the coach that you disagree, because then it's going to be just pushing different ways.
Yeah, they begin to...
And the chat is always going to go the way it's easier.
Yes.
That's normal. I would do too.
It's human. Let me ask you about your team, because you've obviously got a wonderful team of coaches that you work very closely with, both Danielle and Sergey. What were how did you put that team together, and how has that teamwork, the three of you, grown?
We just work. We don't divide anything, except maybe Dudakov, Sergey Dudakov. He doesn't do any programs, so doesn't find any music. But on ice, we just do same job.
And you didn't come on the Junior Grand Prix this year. You're at home working with all the
Alina
other students.
and other skaters.
And you have some other very good skaters coming up, don't you?
I hope so too.
You don't speak too much. Okay. Did you have a favorite coach when you were a skater? Did you have a favorite coach, one that you either took from or one that you looked up to?
No, it was just different coaches at different times, and in a good way, I would look at someone and I would have good jealousy. I would think, oh, how many good skaters she brought. I want to do the same, really, someday, please.
Yeah. Well, I think someday has come, and you'll do many more. Did you have a favorite skater when you grew up?
I really liked Barton. I think he was just like, he had the whole pack. Like, he's pretty handsome, good skating, flow, big jumps, and it was always the story, even back then. I even still remember he had like exhibition, something with the bird it was just beautiful.
Well, Brian Barton, if you're watching this, that's a huge compliment, so we have to get that video for sure. What's your favorite part of coaching?
Getting the results.
You're competitive.
Yes, I am.
That was a silly question. Just a few things. What's your favorite food?
Spicy. I like spicy food.
Ah, spicy food, okay.
Yeah, like Mexican. I like sashimi, like good sashimi.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Just something romantic, so you can cry, think about something.
Are you an emotional person?
Yes, I am.
On the outside?
Sometimes it goes outside, sometimes.
But you feel a lot on the inside.
Yes, I am.
Good. Favorite thing to do other than skating?
I like plant the flowers, trees, and the same thing here. You can see the result. It's growing. It's beautiful. You have to take care of it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's actually one of the reasons probably you're very good at what you do, because you're helping these young children, young ladies grow. Yeah.
Like you take the seed and you don't know if it's going to grow, and then it comes out, and it's just, that's something about the coaching too.
What's your greatest coaching moment so far?
I'm supposed to say Olympic, right?
No, actually don't. Say what it is.
I don't know. Maybe it's gonna still come.
No, but
I don't know. I can explain. During the Olympic, it was just a hard period for me because my mother was dying, and she was there far.
This is hard.
So it was kind of not the best part of lifetime.
It was hard to have joy.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll have many moments in the future. I'm sorry to hear that. I want to thank you for your remarkable work that you've done so far.
Thank you.
And you are great now, but you'll be great in the future. You have many successes.
We don't know. I wish so.
Well, you're right to say that, but I think I know. I hope I'm right.
We're going to try to work the same hard and just wish that our skaters be healthy enough to do what we want.
Well, thank you for everything you've done for the sport. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me, because, to be honest, you scare me.
I scare myself too sometimes.
No, but I'm so happy to know you have this tremendous emotion and passion inside of you that you give to others, to your skaters, and you give to the sport. And we're the benefactors of that. We get to see that. So I enjoyed this interview because now I know a little bit more who Terry is. It's a great joy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.